They barking at all our voices.
How many you got?
7,
How many you got?
7. Press record too, Elder.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah, cause I didn't see now. This one I'd get producer credit.
Most definitely. Y'all ready to rock and roll? Y'all ready to get this show on the road?
Yeah,
All
who just
right.
Sobo so far?
I'm waiting for Sobo 11th Avenue Hobo to get out of makeup.
So just me, you, and Sobo right now.
Berlin gotta take care of something.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I just gotta get my coach. Try to see what deal with them clothes. But he gonna come tomorrow, so I deal with that tonight sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let me jump on here and see how things going for
We
y'all.
ain't gonna be long. We just gonna chop it up real quick and talk about a few things that's going on.
So
And
one of them went down there and did their little COVID, they COPD thing, huh?
mm-hmm.
Yep, I jumped on there.
Y'all missed it. I missed it.
Yeah, she said she gonna put him, by the time she put on the family chat, it already started. But she had called me first, so
Mm-hmm.
there goes
Good
Sobo.
afternoon, everybody. It's your man Elder Eli L, and this is my co-host.
What's popping, everybody? This Hobo 11th Avenue Hobo. Hobo is an acronym standing for having overcome barriers and obstacles. What's happening, my partner Elder Eli L?
Oh man, ain't nothing, man. Small thing, small change to a giant. You feel me? But I want to introduce our esteemed panel member, Cool Onion, from the mighty West Side class of 1972,
All
where the
right.
city of Gary, Indiana welcomed everybody, all the Black National Caucus, to Gary to represent Nation Time.
All right. All right.
And
All
what's
right.
up, Cool Onion? How you doing?
Pause up. Hey, everybody. Pause up. We're proud to represent that class of 72. That's right.
Y'all did a big thing. That was something that hadn't been heard of in a
Right.
long time in the United States,
Right.
and
Never, it was
and that was a
never
wonderful
heard
And
thing.
of. That was the
don't say it.
first.
And don't say it, Sobo. Don't say it.
No,
Don't.
I was saying, I said it was never heard of because it was the first gathering of the National Black
I
Caucus.
thought you was going to say something else. So I was going to say, don't say
Amen. I ain't gonna say that, right?
it. All
But
right.
there was a lot of people there.
Yeah, I was.
A
Yeah.
lot of
Yes,
West
it
Side
was.
students, Charleston students. Yeah.
Yep. That was nice. All righty.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Elder. It's popping.
So tonight, y'all, we're gonna chop it up, and y'all, we're gonna discuss the elephant in the room.
All right.
What's the elephant in
Shut
the room?
down is over. That's the first elephant. We got a
What's
couple elephants. There's a herd out there,
Right.
but right now, the shutdown is over.
Amen.
What do that mean for America?
Hmm.
What does that not only mean for America, but what does that mean for the rest of the world? Because this is as they say in New Jack City, this bigger than Nino Brown. So what do y'all think this means for first of all for our inhabitants of Gary, Indiana?
I know one thing that I heard that sounded real good. I can't believe it. This Republican's red state is not going to do the redistricting. So
Yes.
Trump don't like that boy. He been talking about them real bad.
who? Indiana.
Right, Indiana
Yep.
did. He told them to do the redistricting. They're not going to do
Well,
it.
part of the reason is okay because the truth be told, all of this is uncongressional. I mean, constitutional. I said congressional. I'm
Right, right,
sorry.
unconscious.
Unconstitutional.
Right.
Everything everybody been pulling been unconstitutional.
Sure is. That's the truth.
So I mean, Indiana might as well keep it constitutional because I mean, look how Trump dumped on Indiana at the Mike Pence, tried to rescue Nancy Pelosi and the rest of them people from the January, what's them six, with
Yeah,
January, whatever,
correction,
the
right,
insurrectionists.
right.
Elder, I was with Elder one day. We ran into an insurrectionist, but
Mm,
that's another story.
okay.
Uh,
All right. I'm glad y'all okay.
yeah, we made it out of that.
All right.
Um,
Ooh,
and
that was what a night, what a day that was.
Wow.
uh, so so he been dumping on the state of Indiana ever since then.
Oh, wow.
Anyway,
Okay.
because you know, even though it was a lot of insurrectionists that left Indiana and went to the Capitol building and insurrection,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And they were all through central Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably just don't feel like what he's doing is American.
Well, about time they felt like that.
You
Well,
know what,
see,
man? And you partially not partially right, but you are right in that regard. But even with that being said, my brother, they looking at it now like he only got a little time left in office, right? And when the shutdown of the government, but the thing that put the nail in the coffin for him in a lot of places amongst other Republicans is when their constituents started complaining about the SNAP benefits.
Exactly. Exactly.
That
here's
I
the thing.
believe that
What
was
you
one of the
what?
biggest
That,
things
yeah, that was it.
that they
What you
because it's so
wait? What
it's
happened? What happened
hold
with
on, huh?
what happened with Snap?
They withheld the SNAP benefits for quite a while,
Right.
even though federal judges said it was illegal for them to do that because they had like $6 billion in reserves for
Right.
SNAP benefits.
Right. Right.
And he told the states not to give nothing out to nobody.
Right.
And then when that federal judge sent the mandate that they had to release the funds, like about 6 or 7 states worked overnight to relieve the funds before they got up in the morning.
Hmm.
But they woke up the next morning and put a halt to it. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? And I applaud them states that did try to release them funds, some people for their people. But a lot of people, as we all know, there are more people, there are more Anglo-Saxons or more white people
Uh,
that are
no,
hurting
Elder,
that are
let's not
hurting from
do
snaps
that.
than black people are.
right.
There's
Let's
more of
not
them because
do
there's
that.
more of them in the country. So of course more of
No,
them are going to receive
I don't
benefits.
want to do that though, Elder. Okay,
What's
forgive
that?
me, pardon me. You know I would never speak to you in this way in 1988.
But what's that, fam?
Oh my God.
I don't want to be the one talking about is more Anglo-Saxons. Cause I don't work at, first of all, I ain't get my food stamps. You understand what I'm saying? But that's a
Mm,
whole nother story, regardless.
right?
But I ain't want to be the one talking about is more Anglo Saxons, you know what I mean, on food stamps than black people because I don't know. And like only people I don't know no Anglo Saxons with food stamps. I know black people with.
Yeah. And that brings an interesting fact too, right? Because me and you are home, both our friends and a friend to the podcast, AWOL from the Tank G 219 radio show featuring
What up,
AWOL.
A-Wall?
AWOL has sent me a thing. There's another podcast people have put out there from Gary that, of course, in the state of Indiana, Northwest Indiana particularly, there were more SNAP benefit recipients in Gary than it was anywhere else in the state, anywhere else in Northwest Indiana, put it that way. Not, downstate, because of course, Indianapolis and, Fort Wayne, all them places like that. But in our neck of the woods, more people from Gary receive, SNAP benefits, which is kind of understandable. It's the biggest area in the Northwest Indiana. But at the same time, all them other states, them red states, their people depended on all them benefits that came along with SNAP. And then, like we talked about before, a couple weeks in the podcast, it's a lot of industries that was hurting because of the lack of stamps being sold or being utilized.
Right. Like the stores,
Yeah,
yeah. Stores and
yeah,
everything. Yeah, I heard the restaurants, the stores, and everybody else that accept SNAP. Right.
exactly. And
You
not only
saying
that,
that? You saying hold on? You saying that the grocery store?
Yeah, they was hurt.
Let's just say Save More, for example. Okay, Save More felt the pinch of food stamps being cut off.
Heck is yeah.
yes, sir. Save More felt the pinch.
Every store.
Walmart felt the pinch.
Every,
Target felt the
that's
pinch.
right.
Any store
Anybody that
that did it,
accepts SNAP benefits felt it. Because they didn't have
the
no they
mom
didn't
and
have no
pops, the
SNAP
mom and pop stores on the
Because they
corner.
did have like
benefits.
short ribs on sale.
Okay, well they couldn't buy none at first, but maybe they can now.
I
Wi-
couldn't get none because I ain't get my stamp.
Willie, Angela,
Yes.
put Angela on there.
Hey, Angela, which Angela is this? Hey, Angela. Which Angela? I know about five Angelas. Which one are you, sweetheart? Angela. Angela. I'm
Okay.
gonna look at my phone to see who I sent it to. But anyway, we're gonna keep on talking for right now.
And who is that on the iPhone just came on?
We're gonna see. And can y'all show y'all face or at least let us know who y'all are so we can go ahead and give y'all a shout out?
Oh, heck, okay. Angela.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi,
Hey Angela, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I can't complain. I can't complain. So what do you think about what we were discussing a few minutes ago?
Oh, that's Nashamis on there too.
Oh, I'm
Hey.
trying to get this together. I
We
can't,
can hear you, we can hear
now I
you and
can't
see
see
you.
you, but
But we
I
can
can
see
talk
you.
now.
Yeah, we see you now. Hey, Angela. That's Nashamis. Now, hey, Nashamis. Nashamis on there too. Say soulmate. So I guess that's.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome to Old Code. We appreciate you, Andy, for stopping by and checking us out. This we do every week, every Monday. My co-host and my co-host, whether Sobo, 11th Avenue Hobo, Nashamisa Soulmate, and Cool Onion, she's one of our panel members. But this we do every week. We sit down and we discuss different things that pertain to the city of Gary, Indiana, the positive things. But we also discuss the bigger picture, and since Gary is the crossroads of America and have one of the largest steel inputs in the United States or the world, perhaps, we just discuss the good parts of Gary. We don't really come on here with all the rigmarole and all the negative aspects of Gary. And we try to talk about the positive parts of Gary and the things that happen that might benefit or hurt us as a city. So that's what we're talking about right now, the TANF and the stamps. I mean the SNAP.
Hold on,
Said
hold
SNAP.
on, Angela, hold on.
Hey,
Yes,
Nash.
sir.
Angela,
Nash on there. Nash.
Angela,
She got a phone mute.
is that your name, Angela?
Yes,
Where you from?
Peoria, home of Richard Pryor.
Peoria, Illinois.
Yes,
Oh, shout out Peoria, Illinois.
mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Is Peoria in Will County?
Caswell,
Is what?
Caswell County.
Haswell County. Okay. So we from
About
Lake.
2.5 hours from Chicago.
Yeah, huh?
2.5 hours from Chicago.
Right. You know what I mean? No, we from Lake County, Indiana, Lake Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
Gary, Indiana. It ain't no other way of saying it. But thank you for helping. We shout out Peoria. Can
Mm-hmm.
you plug us in to Peoria? Cause we about blowing up Gary, Peoria, all Haswell County. You know what I mean? Getting some, you know. doing it right. Um,
Who else?
shout out Soulmate. Soulmate, what up?
Nash ain't saying that. Somebody else on there too. Elsie. Who is it? I can't have see them names. Okay. Sarai,
Us grandma, that's the right grandmama.
Sarai grandmother.
Yes. Thank you for joining. We
Oh,
appreciate you, Miss Elsie. Huh? Yeah, but
okay.
let's get back to the subject matter though, right?
All right.
So with that being said, not only was the stores losing money, but then you had the people that the farmers, the people who ship the foods. So it was just a whole chain reaction of people who was losing money because the TANF one, I keep saying TANF, even though we know that's was part of it. But the SNAP benefits was frozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, a lot of these people didn't like that. And the people in their district were saying, if y'all don't, try to press this man and get this right, y'all not gonna be in office next time around.
Right. They said we remember. Said we remember y'all. No vote. That's
Yeah.
what they gave me. I will remember y'all vote. Mm-hmm.
And that's the big issue. And so they looking like it's about survival now. They don't want to get them jobs up, because they know that they got to go back to their civilian life. And most of them, this is their life for life.
Right. Right.
So they're
Right.
not they're not trying to get them cushion jobs up. I'm not saying it's a cushion job being a senator or a congressman, but they don't want to lose their position.
No, they don't. But then the thing about
Especially after Democrats just won like they did all them other little elections.
right. Right.
They
Right.
just had a clean sweep. So they
Right.
see the writing on the wall.
And the thing about it is the government shutdown didn't have nothing to do with issuing people they SNAP benefits for November.
Somebody else was finna talk.
That didn't
Who
have nothing to do with that. They could have gave those people they SNAP benefits regardless whether the government was open or shut. But they used it as an
Yeah.
excuse. They used it as an excuse not to give it to them. But that didn't have nothing to do with that.
And you're right. And they had $6 billion
Right.
allocated for that.
Set aside. And they ain't never had to. All the government shut down. They ain't never froze people's SNAP benefits. Never. This the first.
No, because hold on. This is the reason they froze the benefit.
They were trying to make.
Why is that?
Well, they're trying to make the Democrats give up or something. That's what I think.
The reason is butter, 4 sticks of butter,
What?
4 sticks of butter.
4 sticks of butter.
Yeah,
Okay, so boy, you gonna have to explain that one.
it's almost like $8
What?
at
Nah,
the grocery.
I ain't paid no $8 for no 4 sticks of butter now.
You
Oh,
might not pay it, but if you just walked in the grocery store and tried to get 4 sticks of butter right now,
butter,
you
but
have almost $7, $8.
okay. Well, I don't use no butter. I just use margarine. So
I
that's
don't use margarine because that's vegetable oil and
whatever.
it's trying to kill us.
Whatever. Everything trying to kill us.
It is
Every time I
four
talk, people
sticks of butter.
so whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think about that.
4 sticks of butter.
4 sticks of butter. So
Almost $8.
wow, that's cold.
I
Well,
don't know if it's almost $8, but I agree with them as far as using butter over margarine. I'm on
yeah.
dialysis right now,
Oh wow.
and I
Yeah.
tell you,
I know it ain't. I know it ain't healthy, but every time I turn on my TV, something else being recalled from not being healthy. So I don't
Well,
know what to do.
I've been
that's
wanting to get
true.
my
But
butter
if you
in
can,
the white
if you
neighborhood.
can, if you cannot clog your arteries and stuff, and you
Right.
know that that's a means for doing so, trust me,
Mm-hmm.
because these doctors can't be trusted. So it's
Mm-hmm.
better to stay
Yeah.
healthy as you can.
Mm-hmm. You're right. My daughter and them all just preach. They all talking to me about that.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right, Angela, because I try to tell them I'm trying to do better and eat better myself now, because these doctors, that's something we had talked about before in the podcast too, medical apartheid, how they're systematically prone to put us in a position to where we're dependent on their medicine and we depend on them for our lives, even though they don't care about our lives.
And we have to also realize that when they make medications, they don't make them to make us healthy. And it's something when you can be targeted with medication even. There's certain
Mm-hmm.
I
medications
want to
that
know this.
help them that won't help us.
Yeah.
So it's best if you know something is unhealthy, don't mess with it. Take the healthy
Yeah,
route.
I was on dialysis for a couple months after I got shot, and I ended up going blind during one of my sessions, and that was a scary feeling. I was so glad when they took that thing that being in your shoulder that I had mine in my up above my shoulder. I didn't have one in my arm. They had mine going right through here and was going straight down.
That's where
So
mine is
okay, yeah. So and they took
in
that
my
mug
neck.
out. Whew, y'all can feel my meat closed up around it when they pulled it out my neck. But hopefully you'll get better and everything will work out for you.
Praying
You
for
know,
you.
yeah, we most definitely praying for you, Angela.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well,
Most definitely.
my grandson just told me because they usually love fried chicken wing. I just fried chicken wings for both of them. They love them. He just told me he's trying to eat healthy and trying to lose weight. So for me to stop frying, I'm like, what? So I'm trying to do the
Yeah,
air
Auntie.
fryer. I'm trying to do the air fryer in the oven and that kind of stuff.
April
Olive
just made
oil
me
over
some air fries.
vegetables.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do for them. 'Cause they love my little fried chicken wing, but I guess
I
not.
tell you, it's hard because like right now they're trying to keep my blood pressure regulated because it keeps going up and down. It's
Mm.
cool as long as I'm relaxed, but the minute I stand up or exert myself, it's 200 and something, over 100 and something.
Wow.
You know
It's
what?
rough.
I'm about to go get some real quick because my kidneys messed up too, right?
Wait
And
a
I
minute.
had this tea I just started taking. I've been taking it. I took it in other forms, but I got this tea. I'm gonna go get it and show it to you real quick. And I just bought on Amazon, and it might help you out. It might help you out a great deal. Hold on, real quick.
Mm.
And also for the fried chicken, they got a lot of different oils now, like peanut oil, avocado oil. You
Yeah.
can even fry your stuff in coconut oil. Hold on, let me go to my kitchen.
Yeah. Okay. Nah. No.
I've been trying this new one. It is canola oil,
Oh yeah. I heard. Oh
and
Lord.
it's cholesterol free. And I don't taste the difference. I fried catfish in it, and I also did chicken so far. And another thing that I do like to try to imitate fried chicken, I'll do cornstarch on the chicken wings and bake it in the oven at like 400. And it's still crispy. It still give you the fried chicken taste. It still has bread on it, but it's just a healthier way to eat it, basically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
What?
I'm gonna put it.
I call it
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
fried baked wings. My mama taught me the recipe. Even though she still do her fried chicken and everything else, sometimes she'll go on a health journey and do fried baked wings, or even you don't even got to boil your cabbage. When you bake the cabbage, sometimes it still have that, good properties in them instead of boiling them all out. Leave your cabbage just a little bit, 10 minutes or 20 minutes less than you'll usually boil it. And those have a lot of good properties. Like we cook all the properties out of the vegetables when we cook them. So
Yeah.
it take away all this, like say, oh, I'm
You know
eating healthy
what
today.
though?
I want to do cabbage or broccoli or greens. If you cook all the greens out, yeah, it still got some nutrients in the juice, but eating it kind
Hey,
of raw, it gives you everything that the greens will do.
Hey,
So
hey,
I
Angela,
told her to do that too.
I'm about to put this
soul
in the
mate,
chat real quick.
soul mate.
Yes.
This is your partner,
All
Hobo to 11th Avenue, Hobo.
right now. So Bo. Also,
Hey,
Willie just put that what ginseng? What you say? Ginseng? What?
hey,
It's
hold
called
on. Hold
ginseng.
on. Let
It's
me
called
add on to
ginseng.
what y'all was saying though.
Okay, finish
Now
what you.
let me tell you something though.
Uh
Now way back in the days, right? And like after 1920.
I wasn't here.
No, you wasn't here. You wasn't here. But when they fried their chicken, they fried it in lard that was made from the pig that was
That's right.
running around the yard
Yeah,
earlier.
I remember lard. Yeah, I remember my mama lard.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
remember part
Them
two.
people, hold on. Them people lived into their 70s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something about the product, not just that we doing that we frying it and all that, but the product that we're using to do it that's probably helping to destroy us too.
I believe that. I believe that.
It's a lot of the preservatives that they're putting in that they didn't put in back in the day.
Right.
So, I'm having to read labels and stuff every time I pick up something,
Mm.
and they gave me key things to look for. And if it's got these things in it already, I don't want it. That's just about everything you pick up.
You're right about that.
If it's not a fresh fruit or a fresh vegetable, then 9 times out of 10, it's got some preservative in it that's not good for you, which means it's man-made chemicals in there that's damaging, very damaging.
Yeah.
Hey, Angela, can you eat green apples?
Yes.
Okay, this is something else they I was making for a minute too, and Dr. Yaki was brought this back out too. It's a green drink, and it got celery, green apples or green pears. And then they got cilantro, parsley,
I've never seen
lemons, ginger root, and ginger root. There's one more. And cayenne pepper.
Cayenne
That
pepper.
will get a lot of that stuff off your kidneys.
Cayenne pepper is hot though.
Yeah, it's hot, but that opens up your arteries, and it helps flush out the all the toxins and everything. So everything I just mentioned, I was taking it for a minute, but I had stopped taking it because green apples was messing me up. So, but I just looked online, and they said that pears have the same texture and some of the same nutrients as green apples. So I'm gonna start using the pears instead of the green apples. But that's something because I got stage 3 kidney disease. So that's something that's and I've been having this since 1996. So I've been doing pretty good. That's why one of the reasons why I stopped drinking as well, because the alcohol I just gotta stop drinking the pops and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's something else that will help you out greatly if you drink those things. If you did that.
Do you have that recipe written down, Willie?
I can write it down. I can give it to you, write it down real quick on the group on this chat, or I could just give it to you later on. Have Nasha Meets give it to you.
Okay, I'll get it from her because I would like to mix that up. I like apples and a pear. So yes.
Hey,
Yes,
cuz,
ma'am.
is
I
that
mean,
you?
huh?
Oh, she sounded like my cousin. I'm like, hey, is that you, cuz?
Which one? Talking about Angela? Who you talking about?
I
Nasha
don't
Meets
know.
grandma.
Whoever was just talking to Willie.
Oh, Angela. It was talking to her, and Willie was talking.
Now that wasn't Angela, auntie. That was
Angela
me.
is talking now. She was talking to Miss Bonnie. Her name is Elsie on here.
Right.
Elise.
Oh,
Elise.
I'm sorry.
Please.
Elsie. It's pronounced
Elsie.
Elsie.
Okay.
Oh,
But I
okay.
go by Bonnie.
I said Elsie too. Elsie, I was the only one who said Elsie.
What?
Yeah.
I said I was the only one who said Elsie.
You was the only one who said Elsie.
I know. I was
I
like
used
Miss
to just
Elise.
call her Grandma Bonnie.
Right.
Thank y'all for the invite on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you for joining us. We thank both of y'all for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Now hold on. Okay, hold on.
I'll
I
be
don't
on
want
here
Thanks for the
every
invite as
week.
well.
I'll be
Yes,
on
ma'am.
every week. Yes.
Elder,
Yes, sir.
my partners, soulmate, the cool onion, the panel member. So everybody got their food stamp.
Yeah, they finally released them all, I believe. But some people saying they wasn't getting hardly none. But now they supposed to be approving the whole. The government is back open now. That was the excuse they was using. So now everybody should be back on board, getting theirs back right now.
Some little reports is coming out talking about now you gotta refile.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta reapply. You gotta reapply.
Yeah.
Well, I wish they'll give me some.
Hold
They
on.
said a lot of dead people are receiving SNAP.
Well, that's what they say. That's their excuse for want to cut people off.
I was gonna say, how strict they is, I could not imagine how a dead person
Right.
could continue on to get them, and they can be.
Right.
You can barely continue on to get them, and you alive.
Right.
So I don't know if we could trust what they're saying.
No, you can't.
Well,
So what exactly did they
honestly,
decide to do with healthcare? Because I thought that was the reason that they didn't want to sign the
They're
agreement in the
cutting.
first place.
Yeah,
They're cutting Medwise.
what the Democrats was holding out about. That's what they were holding out about, and that's supposed to be expiring at the end of December. So that's
they gave in. They gave in so we could receive our SNAP.
yeah, but
if they wouldn't have gave in, we wouldn't have received even the partial benefit that we did get at first.
That's true. But that health thing gonna come back up.
Donald Trump is a bully. Oh, it's already back. It's in full effect. They signed that the same time that they signed for the EBT. They're cutting out Obamacare, Medwise soon as January 15th. So if you know anybody that's depending on Medwise, because I know me and my children are on it. But if spread the word, if you know anybody that's on that type of insurance on Medicaid, then they have to go get a new one, like Blue Cross Blue Shield, whatever your insurance company is offering, besides the one we've been using, which is MDWise.
Well, see, I'm on Medicaid, but I have the Medicaid waiver.
Okay, that might be different. It's a exact kind that they're cutting, which is they call it Obamacare, but it's really MDWise. That's been in
Okay, I
effect
didn't have Obamacare,
but they were going to raise the price on it.
10 years. That insurance been in effect for people, low income families that maybe work at Walmart and they make a little bit over the limit and they can afford Medicare as well, because that's how they qualify you for Medicare based off your job. You can say you making $1,000, but you have to include food because they won't give you EBT. You have to include medical expenses and rent and light. $1,000 is supposed to pay all that.
No.
Nah, absolutely not.
It takes two to run a household now.
On your side, okay? You know I'm on your side, soulmate. And happy belated birthday, by the way.
And happy belated birthday to you
Thank
too,
you.
Sobo.
Oh, when was
thank you, Elder.
When was Sobo's birthday?
My birthday was Wednesday.
What date is Wednesday?
The 12th.
Oh, your birthday was November 12th. Oh, Veterans Day was what, the 11th?
Yeah.
No, Veterans Day the 11th. The Marine Corps birthday was the 10th. See, back when we stayed together, them 3 days was kind of a celebration. We used to go get some Woodford Reserve, and sit back and chill and drink. But since I don't drink anymore, I just let my partner do his thing.
Hold on. I'm gonna lose my thought.
Birthday, Sobo.
Anyway,
Happy birthday, Sobo.
Thank you. But I'm on your side, soulmate. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is that, first of all, we can't be messing with Donald Trump. He's gonna come after us.
But we got to keep on living, Sobo.
That's right.
No matter what they raise it,
start leaving people
gotta
money.
keep living.
On one side, we're gonna say Donald Trump is the president. Or something like that. Let's replace, I don't want, he might send Border Patrol. We did this on the show, Elder and me, 2.5 years ago.
Didn't we talk about this 2.5 years ago?
We told the whole planet that Border Patrol is gonna do what they're actually doing now. Didn't we, Elder?
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
spoke on that 2 years ago.
Yeah, we read the
And
law
we
that
told
they
y'all
said that
two
the
and a half years ago, before this happened, that this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
border. We read that they had a law that came out. And we read the law online,
Project
and
Yeah, for the
25.
own code.
Project
no, it
2025.
it was before Project 2025.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
way
They
before that.
made a law that said that Border Patrol can go into any uh any
Dwelling.
um
Any
any
dwelling.
city any city or
Any
dwelling that's
dwelling
within
in
100
any city.
miles of a
Any
major waterway.
exactly.
And
Mm-hmm.
every water body of water in the United States is around major
Every city
metropolitan
in the
areas.
United States, every major city in the United
But
States.
they interviewed somebody from North Carolina, and they said they ain't that many, they ain't even that close to the border. They shouldn't be even infected in that, but they went there anyway.
But that's what I'm saying, Auntie.
North Carolina.
North
You was there,
Carolina
Auntie.
is by the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, they interviewed somebody today. They were saying they don't even fit that criteria in
No,
Chicago.
they fit the criteria. They fit the criteria because they
They
within
definitely
100
fit the
miles of a
criteria.
body of water.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Gary, Gary, you know, Elder.
Yes, sir.
All I'm saying is they can come in Gary, Indiana,
Well,
our
they,
beloved city, the Border Patrol, because Lake Michigan is less than 100 miles from where we dwell. All of the
The Little
dwelling,
Calumet River, the Kankakee River, the Mississippi
got
River.
the Little Calumet River.
What runs for Indiana?
You
Um,
got you got what's that? The White River.
Yes.
that's down south in like Indianapolis and all that. We
Yes.
talking about up here.
Yeah, but now
Just
I'm just saying
Gary,
all these different rivers.
just Gary, body, the major bodies of water that
It's
Gary
Gary.
that runs past Gary. Uh,
Uh-huh.
the Border Patrol can come through any dwelling in the city of Gary, Indiana, when they want to.
I
Like, and
understand what you
that's
said, Tobo.
Yeah.
You
and
right.
then that's why,
You can be
like
touched
you
right
said,
now. We do gotta protect each other and let each other know the different laws and the different things they changing every day. Every day
Yeah.
we gotta worry
Yeah.
about our neck sticking out and our family member's neck. Yes, it might not affect you, but it might affect a family member. So we gonna
Right.
watch
Yeah.
our mouth about
And
what we say about them YT people.
again,
hey,
Tell the
what's up,
truth
Dr. Larry
and
White?
be on code too.
Hey, let me send a
Absolutely.
shout out to some of the people online real quick, y'all. Hey, what's up, Dr. Larry White? Appreciate you joining us. He said, "What's up, team?" He said, Ivanhoe and 11th Avenue Hobo. He said, "What's up, y'all?" And then we got my man, Cat Daddy Kevin Walker. He's on here as well. So I appreciate y'all for joining
What
online.
up,
You know,
Cat?
everybody that's online, we appreciate y'all. Number love, y'all already know. Yeah, but we did that show about 2.5 years ago.
Yep.
And not only that show, so remember we also did the show about how they have made that law that people of Hispanic descent were now considered white. Remember we did that law?
Oh, yeah. The Spanish. But see, this is about, that was also the next subject. Angela,
Yes.
okay, in Peoria, right?
Yes.
Okay, we got to see now the president of our president of the United States
Amen.
has has launched an offensive against Venezuela.
Right.
I, for one, am a American, and I'm gonna let y'all speak on this.
Mm-hmm. My
Well,
well,
the strikes on Venezuela, which I told y'all a long time ago, well, me and Sobo talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but in our private moments, we talked about it, how they was bombing all them different ships that was coming through
yeah,
Venezuela.
they done killed 81 people so far.
Hey, what's up, Keisha? Yeah, but they were saying that those were drug runners,
Yeah, but
and
they
they was bringing fentanyl and all that stuff into the country.
but they ain't showing no proof. They ain't showing no proof
Exactly,
of
they
that.
ain't showing no proof. And
No.
what they who they allegedly,
Yep.
according to the Venezuelans, they kill a number of fishermen. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yep.
and the sad thing about it is they know exactly who bringing the fentanyl into this country and who they
Yes, I
use
do.
as a proxy to bring the fentanyl in here. The
Hmm.
Chinese is making the fentanyl, and the Mexican cartels are bringing it in.
Oh, the
But how they
Mexican.
going at the Mexican cartel?
Whoa, Elder Ho. Oh, whoa.
I believe that too, the cartels.
Allegedly. But
All
go
right,
ahead.
you're right. Allegedly, that's it. But the thing is, if you go on, if you want to subject your computer to this, but you can go on the White House website or the CIA website, and you could look at the hotspots and the different things they're saying. It's called the dossiers. They have a thing called dossiers. You can go on their website, and they will tell you exactly what's going on. That's if you want your computer, even though you're already on your computer anyway. That's if you want your computer, to be attached to those different sites. And the
Right.
only reason I know that because when I was in school, we had to go on them websites to look at certain information to, for some of my classes. And those are two, and the State Department. You can go in the State Department as well and look at that. Hey, what's up, 22? How you doing, man? You can go in there and look it up, and they'll show you exactly what's going on and who is doing according to them.
22, what up? Go
You
ahead.
know,
Yeah.
and they spit that, and they will tell you exactly who they believe is doing what all around the world. You can look it up and see. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you guys if you want to project your computer to direct link to the White House or the State Department or the CIA. But they looking anyway, so but it's up to
Elder,
you. Yes, sir.
Elder, you know we can't be okay. And so, so we ain't
From the
finna
streets to the State House, we gonna speak on and let it be known.
we gonna let it be known
If
to the
you got a
streets.
Facebook account, an Instagram account, an iPhone, an Android, a Gmail, they already in your stuff. They know who you is. They know
Yeah,
you do on code every Thursday because they probably somewhere streaming. Hope we don't say the wrong thing.
we
Stop,
cut
baby.
They
soulmate.
all over
All I'm
Sobo.
saying
If
is
you
your
got
uncle,
any social media, and I
he
mean, even if
got
you
a
go to
kid.
Walmart, they are recording. They have facial recognition in Walmart when you go shopping.
They got all of that. Everybody know what.
Really?
So yes, when you go in Walmart, your face is being recorded, and
Yeah. Yeah.
don't dare accidentally take nothing. They'll mail you a letter and say they seen you do it, and they know exactly who you are and show up to court Thursday at 7 p.m.
Mm.
Yeah, in the county that you start. That happened to me before, but we ain't even gonna go there.
Wow.
What's the next subject, El?
Right. Yeah.
No, hold on.
Yeah. What's the
So, what's the next subject?
Well, let's think about Venezuela. The real reason they try to go at Venezuela because the president of Venezuela strong armed his way into the presidency, and President Trump allegedly in the United States that the people that he represent they want the oil that Venezuela has. That's what that's about. They
who
want
want
the
the
oil.
oil? That the United States want the oil?
Right, right. They want the oil. They want either make a deal like Benny Siegel said in the movie, get down or lay down.
Right.
That's what this is.
Allegedly, Elder.
I said allegedly, man. I said allegedly.
You say it
I said
again.
that at the very beginning, allegedly.
Because I don't want Trump to come after us. We just they said I'm gonna get my food stamps. Now you ain't finna mess. I'm trying to get a turkey for
I know.
things.
Stop you from getting your food stamp. Trump be like, don't give him,
No,
don't get
we're
him
not.
nothing. Don't get him no food stamp.
You gotta bag your turkey now because they have the
You ain't
blackout.
finna
Oh my God.
It's gonna be a
say
financial blackout.
allegedly.
That's right. You
We're
have to
not
pay.
buying nothing. We're
Hey,
not
you
buying nothing
have to
from
pay up. You have to pay up also, boy. He'll make you pay him. Like
Nah,
from
him
the
I'm just
twenty
saying. I
second
need to
from the
get
twenty
some
second to
giblets
the
for my
second. We're
drink.
not buying nothing.
Indiana. Oh, they talking about Indiana district push likely dead despite White House pressure. Republicans rack up another loss in redistricting efforts. Yep. Thank you, Indiana. About time y'all stood up and did something. You are covered by the blood. Tell
That's
'em now.
right. That's right.
That's right, now.
Soulmate said you covered by the blood, so you all right. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Nah, I'm covered by the blood, but giblets is like $5 a pack.
Yeah, we'll be on Fox 59 about your food stamps. We already on code on Facebook Live. Now we could go further if you would like. If you would like
Nah,
to
I'm
see
gonna try to
how
go
your
on
fellow
get it. People
podcasters
start
will.
talking bad about Trump, and then he'll let mine through.
And you know what, Sobo?
Oh
You
my
were saying
God.
something earlier about the insurrectionists, right?
Yeah.
You know where he got that play from when they did that? Allegedly,
Uh-huh.
Rudy Giuliani. I posted on my Facebook page today, but Rudy Giuliani, back when Mayor Dinkins, remember Mayor Dinkins of New York when he became the mayor?
Yeah.
He the one that made um New York safe again. He the one that brought in more police, and they had the civilian board where they took all the police off the board and just made the civilians be in charge of dictating what the police did, acted out of character, right? And they brought crime down, did a lot of different things. But your boy Giuliani, he called a press conference and had all the off-duty police storm the city hall, and they was all drinking and getting drunk, and they stormed City Hall and did the same thing they did at the White House, and straight up acted a fool, man, and tried to go up in there and try to assault the mayor. So everything that they did in January 6th insurrection, Giuliani led a race riot full of police, just the same way they did our ancestors in other towns and other cities when they ran them out of town, and they did the same thing to the mayor of New York. That's why he ended up losing. He ended up losing the next election, because they painted a smear campaign against him, and he lost by a couple hundred points. And then Giuliani took credit the next year for all the things that he implemented that year, just like President Trump took all the credit for the things that President Obama had did. And even when they gave him the $2,000 check, that was something that Obama had gave when he was still in presidency, but it didn't go into effect until the next president came into office. So all they was doing was taking out the playbook that Giuliani had did. I think back it was like I forget, I think it was like the 80s, 1990 or something in the 90s, 94, I believe it was. What's up, my brother Stormy Norman? How you
What's
doing, my
up?
brother? The
What's up?
voice.
Hey,
Norman.
What's going on?
what's
How
happening?
you doing?
Man, doing well, no complaints.
What's up, man? It's good to see your
Hallelujah.
face, man.
Uh-huh. Sure is.
Yeah,
This
good
is
to be
another one
here.
of our esteemed panel members from the
Take-
Mighty Mighty West Side class of 1987, the voice of 102.3
Amen.
FM radio, Sunday nights.
Rejoice Radio
87.
102.
Rejoice, man. Why keep saying that, man?
Yeah.
1,000 parts. Forgive me, man. I'm just excited seeing you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all good.
I
Good,
got
good.
it on
It's
my
always good to be here.
I
Mm-hmm.
got it in my car set now, Norman.
Oh, cool.
But I don't never be in my car when you on the air.
Uh-oh.
I gotta be on my phone listening to you.
So, Angela, y'all should get him too. Where you at? She in Peoria. And then my niece, Auntie, she down in Indianapolis. So, y'all can get him at wherever y'all at. Y'all can hear him on the radio on Sunday nights.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's his
Yep.
station again? 103 what?
102.
It's
102.
Rejoice 102.3, and you can go to the website at rejoice102.com.
Yeah.
Rejoice
That's where I listen to
102.com.
Stormy
Okay.
Norman on 102.3.com.
Now, he come on Sunday nights. What time y'all come on down there in Gary?
Because I be in the
8:30.
house.
8:30?
Yep.
Yeah.
On Sunday nights. Okay.
Yep. 8:30.
But
Yep.
if you listening to Rejoice Radio, they be jamming. Like I mean,
But
you know, I just like, you know,
that's
that.
9:30 for Indianapolis, though, right?
You're right. Yep.
Yes,
9:30.
9:30 for Indianapolis.
Right.
And for Peoria, y'all on the same time as Chicago, right?
You said a set?
No,
Okay.
What was the question again?
I said, what time zone are you guys in?
Oh yeah, we're in the same time zone, Central.
Okay.
Okay,
yes,
so that'd be
Chicago.
8:30 for y'all then on Sundays. And
Yep.
this is The Voice. I call him The Voice. So he have a lot of nods. He drop a lot of nods to the people down there that's listening around the world. So if y'all get opportunity, go ahead and check him out. You know, I listen to a lot of the shows a lot of times, like ones I can't make. So you know, I'm driving Lyft now, man. Donald
Oh.
Trump got me driving Lyft. So I hope I
Yeah.
can pick him up one day. Be out there walking. I'm
Yeah,
making get
man,
I'm
be
making
out
get in the
there
child
walking.
seat.
That's very thoughtful.
His lift is bulletproof.
No,
Hmm.
he go. Yeah, mine bulletproof too.
His lift, it's like 4 other lifts along with his lift. You
Hey,
don't even
that's what I
know
meant to say too, Sobo, about
uh,
when you were saying about Venezuela. This is the first time since the when they had the thing down there in the was it Panama? When they had
Panama.
the attack down there in Panama
When they
that
took out Noriega, when they took
they
out
have
the
a
real
full
Noriega.
aircraft carrier group down there.
Yeah, that
Now
was Central America. This is South America, which is a sovereign continent.
I mean, I understand that, but I'm saying this is the
No,
first
no, no, no,
time
no.
since Panama.
It's the thing is allegedly storming on me because we all got jobs. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I can't have them coming to attack Rejoice Radio because elders allegedly it would be a grievous because South America is a sovereign continent. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You gotta understand, ain't nobody ran this past Brazil. They ain't ran it past Colombia. They ain't ran it past Argentina, Chile. You know what I mean? Guyana, West Guyana, and any of those other places down there, you know, that might be coastal countries in the Caribbean. You can't just invade Venezuela. Absolutely. You ain't even invade Bogota. We know it's coke in Bogota. You know what I'm saying? Like the best cocaine allegedly, the best cocaine allegedly is from Bogota. Now listen, it's just allegedly the president might be allegedly making a mistake. Don't come after us on call. Don't come after Angela, LD Lael, Storm and Norman, Soulmate. Allegedly the best cocaine is in Bogota. That's who should have got invaded. But don't invade Bogota because the best is there. But go ahead, El.
You know what, man? We're gonna switch it up real quick because we only got a little time left. And I don't want them people to come at us neither because you know we got company today. And I don't want our company to get arrested because you
No,
talking crazy.
I'm just trying to allegedly make a point. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Let's just all say that every time I start talking.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Make me forget what I was gonna say, man.
Right.
Allegedly, I forgot. Allegedly, I
Shout
forgot
out
what I was
Peru.
gonna say.
Shout out Peru for not getting invaded too. You know what I'm saying? Alleged.
Oh, wow.
Make me forget what I was gonna say, man. Because
Uh,
I was going to my man is allegedly.
right. That's the only word in your mind. You vocabulary now. Allegedly.
I'm just
But yeah,
saying,
so
when you
so
talking
we back
about
to
who
work, y'all.
got invaded and for what, don't nobody want no cocaine. Let's just be real. We don't want no Venezuelan cocaine. All right. We know Bogota and Peru is tried and true. Allegedly.
Well, you know, a lot of people doing meth, so it really don't matter the quality.
Oh yeah, no, it matters the quality.
So now see, Gary now has street lights up and down
Yeah.
Broadway.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard. Yeah, they getting down up
And
in
they,
Man.
Mayor
and
Melton.
they have, and what I love about the street lights is it's that old school, you know, it give it that ambiance of those of that of a a time gone by, a time of when
Yeah.
period was kind of pure. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It give it that how can I put it? It give it a down home vibe. You
It
feel
be
me?
lit
And
up.
It
because my
does.
girl
Be lit
Vivian,
up.
what'd you say? What'd you say, Norman?
No, no, it does. And you know, I and what matter of fact, it was this past Saturday. I did get a chance just to, just just for the ride of it. I did ride up and down there. And and it did. It brought back the memories of when, of when we were children. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It brought me back to childhood like, wow, I remember this walking up and down
Yeah,
Broadway as a
that's what it
kid.
look like, don't it?
Yeah, as a kid walking up and down Broadway, and I was just, man, I was just amazed. And, and just to let you know how much amazed I was, I mean, I drove through there slowly just to take it all in, just to take all in what's really happening. And then, like I say, reflect a little bit.
You know what, man? When I saw that in my mind, a winter wonderland came to my mind.
Uh,
Snow, snow with the lights all around it, with the Christmas lights everywhere and everything.
yeah.
It gave me that feel again, like I was waiting to go downtown shopping. Just wasn't stores downtown, Auntie, that we go shopping at all the time.
What? Gold Blast, Kresge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Gold Blacks. Like I was gonna go to Gold Blacks for Christmas shopping or something. It gave me that feel again.
JC Penney
And
down there.
I'm sure the
And
mayor
it
of Gary.
wasn't it a Sears as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Sears used to be right there on 8th and 9th and 8th and Broadway right there. Sure did.
Yeah, because that was the one
Yeah,
that had 2 floors, if I'm not
yep,
mistaken.
yep, yep.
JC Penney too. JC Penney. All
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
All
Okay.
of them get down there.
Okay.
Time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It gave that feel again. And I'm sure everything I've been seeing so far from the mayor is a throwback to that time period, mingled with what can we do for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he doing a good job. He doing a
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
It's a process. It's a process, you know what I'm saying? But I like what he's doing. I like how he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
There's some restaurant over there by County Market. She said she didn't know it had opened up. Charlie's, whatever she said it was. Some restaurant she said to be everywhere. She said they just opened one up on for 27 grand over there. And she said, what?
Okay.
She was driving and she said, oh my goodness, it's open. They ain't even said that. I don't know. She said,
Who
Charlie,
Vivian?
huh?
Who did that?
Glenn was riding by there and she seen it was open. She said, oh, Mayor Milton ain't that and your Vivian ain't said nothing about that opening up already.
No.
Some restaurant.
And Angela, just in case you don't know, Vivian, she's
Wood.
one of our other classmates. She actually go around through the city of Gary in Chicago and showcase a lot of the positive things that's happening in Chicago and Gary.
She be everywhere.
And she has her own little show called Vivian Adventures.
Yeah, she be everywhere.
And she be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she be everywhere. She'll pop up and have her phone out and do her little interviews, her little different things, and it's real popular on Facebook and everything. You know, And that's one of the things that she do. Hey, Norman, guess who on the show tonight, man?
Oh, who is that?
Dr. Larry White.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Show now?
Larry from Westbrook with the Chase with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he been on the last couple of nights on it. We got to get him on the show too. I told
Okay.
him I'm gonna have to holler at him and get him on the show.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, that's the things that's going on right now. The government's open back up, and like from our point of view, from people that's working in the government, we're getting ourselves prepared for another shutdown come January.
Yeah, I'll
So
say,
I
yeah,
want y'all, the general public, even if it don't happen, prepare yourselves as well.
yeah.
Because we got caught with
So
our drawers down this time. Didn't think it was gonna last this long. So just be prepared for for the next
Yeah, because
for the next one.
the healthcare fight got to keep on.
Right.
People's healthcare gonna triple what they paying, tripling, and don't make no sense.
I mean, really,
Really.
I believe that we should all just have a conversation offline about survival and do like they used to do back in the days when they used to talk at Selma and go in a church somewhere, make sure it ain't bugged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Conversation.
Allegedly. No,
Mm.
kidding.
Allegedly.
I actually
Yeah.
think that's a good idea, Sobo.
No, that's a good idea.
So
But for
much so
every
bad I
Jesus,
love when you come on here.
Who is
Go
that?
ahead.
hey Rod. Hey,
Rod.
what's up, Rod? Show yourself, man. Who is that? So we know we're dealing with, so we ain't talking to nobody that's talking crazy.
Rod.
I'm trying.
We're trying to get
Okay, okay. Just hit the little
It's
camera down at the bottom.
it's Father Time, man. What's going on,
Hey,
Chill?
what's up, Father Tam? How you doing, baby boy? We got
Chilling,
oh
man.
man,
Chilling.
this is a blessing right here.
What's
Hey,
going
hey,
on,
hey,
Father Time?
happy belated birthday, my brother. Simplify.
Simplify.
Hoorah, all day long. You know us.
Simplify, baby. And for those who don't know, that's the United States Marine Corps.
All right. Well, happy
All,
2 on your
all
50.
day, every day.
All right. Happy 20 on your
Yeah, man, it's good to see you, man. Good to hear you, man. You know
I'm just
what, man? I'm glad you came on. I was just literally yesterday, I was just thinking about you, man. You and your brother and your sister, man.
oh yeah.
I was just riding down the street and it came back to that conversation that we had when y'all was on. He's another podcaster, one of our top podcasters, brothers from Sin City. Him and Zach, they had the Sin City radio show for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? And they had some very, very, very interesting conversations.
Mm.
If you weren't ready for it,
Yeah.
that might not be for you.
Hey,
Yeah,
Father
man,
Yeah.
Time.
it's good to see you. It's good to hear you, man. Good to see your voice, man. Hear your
Hey,
voice,
Father
man.
Time. Father
Yo,
Time.
yo.
This Sobo 11th Avenue Hobo is an acronym standing for having overcome barriers and obstacles. Hey, I want to be on y'all's show.
The
They haven't
Sin
been
City
doing
show.
it, man.
Well, yeah,
Huh?
we ain't done it. We thinking about starting it back up.
Hey, Zach, me and Zach go way back to private stock bottles. You know what I'm saying? And tops.
That's what's
Sobo,
up.
Sobo, you know Rod too. But when you see him, you ain't gonna recognize him because he don't look the like he did when we was little.
Okay.
Because
You know
we
how
literally went.
everybody know me. You know how everybody know me. I'm Velena's brother.
I don't think he know Belena. I
Oh, he
think
ain't from the
Belena.
projects?
Nah, he grew up around the projects, but he
Oh, okay. Okay.
when did Belena come out?
What year?
Yeah.
She came out the same year T did. Her, T, Zach, all of them came out together.
He
I
about
know her.
87.
I know her. I know her.
Oh, you mean Tate. You talking about Tate.
No, I'm talking about T. Ace's T.
Talisha came out of school with me in 87, but they didn't come out in 87?
No, I thought they came out together.
No, but T
Talking
came out
about
with me in 87.
Zach
Okay,
younger
okay.
than me. Zach younger than me.
When did you come out?
I came out 86.
Oh, okay. He went to the Marine Corps right after, but I was talking to this man for almost a whole year and didn't realize who he was because he had lost so much weight after he went to the Marine Corps and everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And
true.
and then one day, Venetia, I said something to Venetia, and she was like, Willie, what's wrong with you? That's Rod. I'm like, Rod? Because if I remember correctly, one of the last times I saw you was in Avenue on Harmony Court when
With
everything was
Barnaby.
kind of jumping up. Huh?
With Barnaby.
Yeah, right, with Barnaby. That was the last time I had saw you. You know what I'm saying? So that was woo. That was
That
a long
was,
time ago.
man, that had to been shit 92, 93,
Yeah,
somewhere up
on
in
the
there.
rails. On the rails.
Long
And so I was
time.
kind of thrown off, I have been watching that Day podcast Sobo for almost been a good 2.5, 3 years. And
Yeah,
not even knowing.
he made me watch. He made me watch it. Father Time.
Man, hey, we used to get it in. We did that shit for like 13, 14 years, man.
Yeah,
They
I
was the
didn't know
first.
nothing about it. He made me watch it because he was like, "Yo, you gotta watch them so you can see what to do." He made me watch y'all. He made me watch Tank G219 Radio featuring AWOL. Um, and so I was trying to kind of do what y'all was doing, but in the way that we was trying to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm like a fan. You know, I'm like blown away right now.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. That's why I'm on here. That's why I'm on here with y'all.
I
Hey man,
appreciate.
Let's get
they
into the.
are the original. They are the original podcasters out of Gary, Indiana.
You know what? You the only person that gave us our props. Nobody else will. Nobody. We were.
Hey,
You right. We were the first ones from GI to do it.
Y'all the first ones, and I did it on the show. I ain't even trying to blow my own horn for the time, but I actually gave y'all the props and fronted on my man's name when Zach was on the show. You know what I'm saying? And I did it too.
That's what's
yes, he
up, man.
did. Yes, he
We
did.
appreciate it, man.
Zach, my man's, we go way back.
When I tell you, they podcast reached all across the world. They was in England, parts of Africa, South America. They was everywhere. I'm not gonna lie. In
Yeah.
Asia, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for what y'all doing. Y'all putting it down.
Let's do it, but let's do it properly. Let's interview Father Time. Is that something you're willing to do, Father Time?
Go for it. Ask me anything you want to ask me.
Okay. So what made you and Zach start the podcast thing to begin with?
Actually, one of his co-workers, they was doing like a little show, and he called me up and was like, "Hey man, jump on this show with me." I'm like, "All right, come on, let's do it." So I called in a couple times with him, and after that, I was like, I went to Zach and I was like, "Man, we could do this too, man." And we just sat down, chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? He came up with the name. I came up with all the games, all the pranks. Y'all ever listen to the pranks we did? Well, we did some good ones. We
Yeah.
did some live on the air pranks, man. We did some good ones. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how we got started.
And so, you know, Elder, when he came to me about it, I didn't know nothing about it. All I know is I used to call him and complain about the podcasters that I used to watch because they was all from either California or Brooklyn or something like that. And so I said, man, who representing Gary? You know what I mean? And then he pointed me right to y'all. You know what I mean? And Tank G219 Radio featuring A1. You know what I mean? I watched as much as I can. Good. You know what I mean? And then he, out of the blue, said, we got to do that too. You know what I mean? But I then, recently I got back in touch with Zach, my man, Big Zach from way back. You know what I mean? And he told me, it meant a lot. He was like, man, y'all got to keep doing it. You know what I mean?
Right. Don't
Man,
stop.
I'm like, well, that mean you got to do it too. You know what I mean? And, to me, we stronger together than apart. You know what I mean? So,
That's true.
I
That's
just,
so true.
like I said, how you feel about that with the new podcasters, the Gary scene, us throwing ourselves into the algorithm. You know what I mean? We trying to do a lot of stuff like Elder was saying, Vivian and all the other people do it, make you want to, get back in it, being the original rude boy of Gary Indiana podcast.
Well, we sitting down, we chopping it up. He busy with his book doing his thing. So, actually we just talked about it like 2 weeks ago too, man. We're gonna come up with a date to start it all over again. And we're gonna try to make some money on it. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
have, our show was so popular, man. Everybody wanna get us on their platform and so, and all that stuff. But nobody wanted to pay us, man. You know what I'm saying? But then they want to record the show. And then play. Right now, our show is still playing on a certain platform right now to this day. And we ain't getting a dime from it. And they still playing our old shows, man.
Hey, man.
That's a fact, man.
I ain't
I ain't
lie,
gonna mention
man.
their name. I'm not gonna mention their name, but they know who they are. They know who they are. They still playing our shows today. No lie. But we didn't really know we didn't know too much about the business. You know what I'm saying? It's all recorded. It's recorded on their platform, so they have all the rights to play it. You know what I'm saying? Without giving us nothing, no monetary nothing. But you live and learn. You live and learn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Do y'all remember y'all first show?
Yep. We listen to it all the time. The very, very first show, we had no clue on what the hell we was doing. Our first show was we interviewed a dude that I used to work with. He was an African. And we was interviewing him to see how Africans feel about Black Americans and how Black Americans feel about Africans. That was our first show.
Oh, okay. Were both parties being honest?
I think we were. And I think he was. You know what I'm saying? I work with him. He stayed in the next building over from me, so we was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think considering it was our first show, it was horrible. It sucked. It was terrible because we didn't know what the hell we was doing.
I need to look it up. But I believe it was great. But go ahead.
No, it was not great. It was not great. It was not. We went through a lot of stuff we had to learn, and then me and him bumping heads all the time because I want the show to go this way, he want the show to go that way. We bumping heads. We like, man, I ain't doing this no more. I'm done. I'm done. Next week we right back on the show. Every 2 weeks. We used to do the show twice a week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
I'ma
great, man.
I'm gonna ask a question. Uh, do you watch any of the other podcasts?
Not lately. Not since I got married.
Oh yeah, congratulations with that, man.
Thank you, man. You
Congratulations.
too.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
brother. Thank you. Thank you.
You Tank G219 Radio featuring AWOL.
I know him, but I haven't listened to his show. But
It
I do know
is.
what you're talking about.
It deserves to. It need to win like a Golden Globe or something like that. You know what I mean? It's fantastic.
Yeah, I
Then we
heard his
got my
show
other
was good.
man. Then we got our other partner, Convo Vecino.
Convo Vecino. Now this one needs a daytime Emmy because it's really polished. You know what I mean? Shout out 22. What up, 22? The children of Gary, Indiana, never ordinary, always extraordinary. And y'all were some of the first ones to exhibit that. And we just appreciate that, though.
Yeah,
And
man.
then you also got uh Maurice Cheeks,
Yeah, my boy, Malcolm Cheeks.
Malcolm Cheeks,
Yeah, I got his back from way
219
back.
Connected.
When
He up there in Minnesota too, ain't he?
I don't know.
Ain't he in Minnesota somewhere?
Is that where yet? I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I
then
don't know
of
who you
course
talking
we
about.
got
But
we
that's
got the
you know what I mean?
one and only up there, my man up there, Thurman Norman. He went to Chase School too. You went to Chase, right, Rod?
No, I went to Beverage.
I went to
Mm,
Beverage. Okay.
okay.
Well, I went to Beverage early learning. But my man Norman went to Chase with us. He got 102.3 Rejoice Radio on Sunday nights. So, if you ever want to check him out, man, I call him The Voice. But then he has a half an hour show. They come on every Sunday.
Yep. A half-hour show every Sunday from 8:30 to 9 o'clock Central Time, 9:30 to 10 Eastern, and then it would be what 8:30, well 7:30, 7:30 8 o'clock Mountain, and then on the West Coast, of course, 6:30 to 7. So
Mm-hmm.
yep,
So
every Sunday
it's ample.
call a pleasant encounter.
Yes, sir, a pleasant encounter. So it's ample amount of talent around our city that has gotten out there and spread the word about our city. You know what I'm saying? And has been accepted, like I said, nationwide, international. You feel me? And I ain't gonna lie, between you and all the other guys, Storm and Norman, Combo Vecino, Keisha and Simply Winter, man, so many people representing the G that's out there, man, that's spreading that gospel, that word that Gary is now in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, Gary is in the algorithm, and there's some being talked about by Gary every day, several times a day. You know what I'm saying? Which is a beautiful thing, and it's not in the algorithm no more just for crime. It's in the algorithm for a a rejuvenation of a once proud city. You see what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah.
in the
Okay, Auntie. Good night. Love you.
That's what you meant to say.
Okay, love y'all too. I gotta go. This one machine ain't working. I gotta figure this out. All right,
Okay. What do you say,
Okay.
Sobo? Love you, Auntie.
all right, love
I
y'all.
think
All
the
right.
cultural algorithm.
Okay,
that's
I take that. I wasn't meaning to say that, but I take that.
what we was setting out to do. Because Elder Eliel and you can, we got, company, um, that's what we set out to do. We don't want it to be no, it ain't. We don't need. It's already a Compton. So Gary didn't need to be that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of pride. There's a lot of children from Gary, Indiana that are extraordinary, and that's what we exhibit. And so that's the algorithm that I prefer that comes out in the forefront, cultural, because we were cultural because of Richard G. Hatcher, being one of the first black mayors in a major metropolitan outlet in America. You know what I mean? When he became Gary was a big city.
Yeah, that's when the mill was jumping off. Everybody was in the mill.
Right. And so, and now, same father time as I ride up Richard G. Hatcher Boulevard, I can reminisce all the times I was on Richard G. Hatcher Boulevard, drinking wine on Richard G. Hatcher Boulevard. Go ahead, y'all.
So Rod, Father Tam, check this out, my brother. So when did y'all decide that, hey, we actually got something going on here, as far as the podcast concerned? What was that aha moment that let y'all know that people was actually digging what y'all was doing and y'all brand of podcasting?
This is going to be hard to believe, but what put us on the map was the Stacy Brookshire interview.
Yeah,
That's what put us on the map. That's what put us on the map.
I was on that show.
Yeah, you was. Yeah. Yeah, that was it, man. That was the show. That was kicked us off.
Hold on, you was on that show, Elder?
It wasn't on, I was listening. I had called in. Matter of fact, no, I just listened. I didn't call in, then I was just listening.
Hey, Father Time, y'all had Miss Natural though, right?
Yeah.
See, now, that
No, he said y'all had Miss Natural. Do you know who Miss Natural is?
Miss Natural?
Yeah, not it was Natural. Mrs. Natural.
No, Miss Natural.
Miss Natural. She's a porn star.
She was on our show?
No. He was asking you, was she on your show?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we didn't know. I mean, we had some like I say, the Stacy Brookshire, that was always our number one interview. That interview did huge numbers. The Bushwick Bill interview did huge numbers too. It didn't beat Stacy's numbers, but he brought in some numbers too. Y'all know who Bushwick Bill is, right? Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
He did this show. What is his name? The rapper from Gear. They used to kick it with him.
Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs, yeah, Freddie Gibbs. He did the show. The Concord interview was a pretty big one for us when we had them on the show.
Who was on that from Concord?
Oh, you have to ask Zach. I didn't know those guys. Zach did.
Okay.
But we tried to get the mayor on, but he wouldn't come on. We tried to get your uncle on. Your uncle, he didn't come on. I think it was one of, who was it?
That's because Stacy Brookshire messed it up.
With your uncle?
Even though, huh?
You talking about with your uncle? We tried to get your uncle on the show.
I know, but the stuff that Stacy had said, and it made my aunties and them and my mama and them like, no, you don't need to talk about nothing.
Yep. That's what your uncle said. Your aunties was like, nope. Nope.
That's my auntie. Just one. That's my one auntie just got the phone. I mean, just got the podcast. She was one of them.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, we tried to get your uncle. I reached out to Roy Lee, and they wouldn't do it. But you know, we wasn't talking about. We wasn't gonna do the interview as far as you know the history. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, but I ain't saying. But you know what I'm talking about. We weren't gonna bring that stuff up.
Now I
You
know
know
what
what
you're
I
talking
mean?
about.
I mean, Elder wanted to do, he wants to do a lot of that kind of stuff too. You know, we got a lot of OGs from around and about, you know, they'll do it for us. You know what I mean? And what I'm saying is, if y'all revisited it, and you know what I mean, we brought the ammunition that we could probably bring too. It will, as a group effort. You know what I mean? I would love to revisit that type of energy, but we don't do that on code. You know what I mean? So you know, but
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Sin City Radio will be great for it.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Cause
some of
like
the
I said,
episodes they had, Sobo.
and Elder know we got, Father Time, we got, OGs from the other side too. Right on up.
Sobo.
Yeah.
Some of them episodes they used to have me blushing. I was like, oh man, I can't I can't call in on this episode because I don't know what the congregation gonna think if I call in on this episode.
Yeah.
They had some. They didn't have Miss Natural on the show, but they had some Miss Natural conversations.
Oh, okay.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what?
Nah.
One thing about our show, we always kept our show 100% real. We talked about everything. We brought in different people. You know, we did gay shows. We had gay people on the show. We didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Our thing was we just wanted to give everybody a platform. Say
And
whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna judge you. If somebody do judge you, we gonna hang up on them. They gone. We don't get down like that. We just try to keep everything 100% and just do our thing. That's all we wanted to do, man. That's what we set out to do. Keep the show 100% real and let everybody say how they truly feel. And then we ain't gonna let nobody judge nobody on our show. You judge somebody on the show, we hanging up on you. Period. That's how we got down.
We got another special guest on the show online, Miss Key Washington. What's up, Key Washington? How you doing, lady? I was just
what's
reading
up,
a
Key?
couple of
I've
your
been
posts
meaning to
today.
catch up with you, girl, about my shirts and everything. I've been busy and
She's
everything.
good, yeah. Key, you know the government been messing up with us. There's been a lot of going on.
Ain't
I
getting
ain't
my
forgot
food.
about you. We just got back open good, and it ain't no scary days right now. So I still want to get that Tolleson hoodie from you.
Key, they ain't
That
getting my
67
food
hoodie
stamps.
from you.
You know what I'm saying, Key? I can't get my hoodie because I ain't get my food stamp. Giblets like $6 a pack. You know what I mean? I can't make no dressing. It's crazy.
Soulmate. You said you love Miss Natural.
Yes, I love Miss Natural.
You know who she is?
No.
She's on a show right now called Jocelyn Cabaret Season 6 every Sunday on Zeus
Yeah.
Network.
Yeah.
And I love that, Miss Natural.
Yeah, I love Miss Natural too. I'm with you, so
And
man.
I especially love her because she's from our land. I love
Hey,
anybody
don't
who
get it
comes
twisted.
from
I
our
love her
land.
too.
She's from
Sobo had me
Glen.
watch her. And I
No,
had to go do 100 Hail
hold
Marys.
on. Stop.
I had to go do 100 Hail Marys, Norman.
Do you hear your classmate? You go sit there and say,
Oh.
now I gotta go to church and sit there while he preaching it, and everybody looking like you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Hey,
bad. Go ahead.
I had to go repent. I had to not only repent, I had to confess to my wife. Babe, I've been a bad boy.
You know
I'm gonna blame it on Sobo.
Now, listen, in my defense, and soulmate, I'm with you. Listen, she's from Glen Park. Okay. She's homegrown talent. And we support Gary, Indiana, homegrown talent, not to disrespect nobody else. It don't matter what you're talented in. If you're painting rocks and you're the best rock painter, we're gonna support you. If you do murals, you know what I mean, and you be trying to be the best, we're gonna support you. She just happens to be in adult entertainment, and she's one of the best. We have to support her.
No, she like my niece said, she on the cabaret show now, man. She like one of the biggest stars on the cabaret show with Jocelyn.
But she one of the best stars on that show, but
I just looked her up and I can understand why.
She's also a very great dancer. Great dancer. She's on shows now. She's on TV now for being a great dancer. Elevation.
Yeah, I can see that just looking at the picture alone. I looked her up just a minute ago.
Yeah. Well, she's from
what's her name?
like soulmate said.
Her name is Miss
Natural.
And she's a natural.
Miss Natural. Is that MS or MIZZ? How is Miss?
MS, I think.
Elder.
MS.
Elder, you gotta chill.
Hey man, I'm just saying, man. Hey, Sobo, Keith Washington said, hold me, let me tell you this. Keith Washington said she got some gizzards for you. She said, don't worry about it. She got some gizzards for you.
Oh, I appreciate it, Keith. You know what I'm saying? Elder, you got to chill. Storm and Norman, you got to chill now. All I'm saying is the children of Gary, Indiana, never ordinary, always extraordinary. Another example, Miss Natural. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Stormin, my old homegirl Keith said Keith said he looked at his watch and said he got time today. Hey, all I know is I'm having flashbacks. I'm about to go up here and talk to God about it. But yeah, man, but Rod, Father Time, man, y'all show was the innovative show of Gary, Indiana, to put the podcasting scene on the map in Gary. And I applaud y'all for that, man. I remember back in 2014, my coworkers at the VA was like, "Chill, you gotta do a podcast." It's one I always sat in the room with the scientists and stuff, right? Because I worked in the research department. And it was all, wasn't no American scientists. They was all either Asian, Chinese, Indian, one they was from Romania. Where else they was from? Philippines. They was all from over there. It was very few American scientists at the VA with us. And they was like, man, chill, the stuff you talk about, so many different things, you ought to have a podcast. And I was like, well, one of my partners, two of my partners, they got a podcast called Sin City. but I don't know if y'all can handle it or not though. You know what I'm saying? And there was another lady who went to school with me. She had a radio show that she used to come on to, and her radio show was similar to y'all podcast. So at the time, I wasn't trying to let her hem me up and get me on her show and try to, start hitting me with them type of questions and stuff. I wasn't prepared to answer them type of questions. You feel me? But man, when
Mhm.
y'all did y'all thing, like you said, y'all people was ready to tune in every week to listen to y'all and call in. And like I said, I called in almost every night. I mean, every time y'all came on, except when y'all was talking about other stuff like that. But I truly, truly enjoyed y'all show, man. Y'all was groundbreaking, y'all was innovators. And like I told Zach, if it wasn't for y'all doing what y'all was doing, a lot of us wouldn't be doing what we doing now. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all literally put the podcasting game on the map far as Gary's concerned. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even about Gary because, like I was saying, y'all radio reach was Blog Talk Radio was everywhere. I mean, literally across the planet. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
appreciate y'all
man.
for that, bro.
One of our biggest fans was from Germany. I was like, damn, we all the way in Germany?
Hey, man, yeah, y'all was everywhere, and it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And and um and like I said, the subject matter y'all talked about, y'all was unfiltered, and people really tapped in to hear y'all, just hear the audience talk. You know what I'm saying? Hear everybody talking on different things y'all talking about. Sobo, like I said, man, they had a, but you start listening to it. But let's go back to that Stacey Brookshire conversation if you don't mind. 'Cause
Oh man,
Go ahead.
is
you
Donald
know,
Trump gonna come after us about the Stacey Brookshire conversation?
he might, he might, he might.
I
But
need
man,
my
that was a very well crafted show, man. And I love Stacey. I don't I can't speak for everybody else and everything that happened. I don't agree with everything that happened with them, but he always been my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't agree with everything that happened, but that was a very very big show. I ain't even gonna lie, and that's one thing about Stacey. If you know Stacey Brookshire, he is gonna put the 2 on the 10.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He will do that in a heartbeat. But we got a lot of pushback for putting him on the show and giving him the
Mm-hmm.
my
platform to talk about, like you said, all that stuff that happened. I don't know the real story behind all of that stuff. I know what this side said. I know what that side said. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know the truth but him. He the only person that
Mm-hmm.
know the whole truth. You know what I'm saying? But
truth
Yeah.
of the matter.
people was flooding us, man, with all this negativity. I'm like, I called Zach up. I say, man, you see all these comments we getting? Obviously, we doing something right.
Yeah.
If we want to do it,
Y'all didn't want to get him back on the show again, because me and Elder talked about this. Of course, we both know him. Okay, just to say the least, we know him. So of course, he will have a space on the On Call podcast. Um, y'all didn't never think about getting them back on there. You know what I'm saying? You know, after that, after y'all seen when the numbers went up, regardless of
Stacy
the
didn't
push.
want to. Stacy didn't want to do it no more. He said what he had to say, and he was done with it. So we respected that and left it at that. But that was his call. Of course, we wanted to bring him back, but that was his call. You know what I'm saying? So we just respected his wishes and just
I'm
left it
a,
at that. We
I,
just left it at
I,
that one interview.
I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie, Father Time. I didn't even see the interview. You
All you
gotta
gotta do is
understand.
go to, we on
Sobo,
iTunes.
Sobo Avenue, Hobo. Hobo is an acronym standing for having overcome barriers and obstacles. I know these dudes. A lot of these dudes, like I say, Zach, my man, from before life got complicated. You understand what I mean? We was jits. You know what I mean? Stacy, another one of them kind of cat. Elder too. Before life was complicated, before we complicated our lives. So I have to only be able to see them through that lens. So, like I said, I know he willing to tell the world, you know what I mean? And he done told the world that a gazillion times. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we stronger together than apart. So that means that we got to start telling the world the same thing at the same time.
I agree. I
And you
agree
know what,
100%.
man? I got a couple more questions for you because almost time for us to get out of here. You know, we normally try to do keep it under 2 hours. Um,
I just saw your thing on Facebook. I'm like, damn, did I miss the show? Let me just see if it's still on.
yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. We appreciate that, man, because like I said, you know, this some Sobo love. He loves to pop up interviews with people and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And we really appreciate you jumping on, man. And like I said, we go way back, way back. You know what I'm saying? And ain't been number love. You feel me? But while y'all was doing y'all run, was there ever a time that y'all just felt like it wasn't worth it no more?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like I said earlier, I wanted to go to show I wanted the show to go in one direction. He wanted the show to go in a different direction. We bumped heads with that a lot. And then we were learning each other's style, you know what I'm saying, to the point to where we can complement each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
if you got two, three, four people doing the show with you, all y'all got to compliment each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when we on there talking, if we interviewing somebody, and if me and him not on the same page, then I can't feed off of what he's asking the person we interviewing. You know what I'm saying? So when he asks a question, I should already know where he's going, so I can come back with a follow up question, basically keeping the interview going down the same street. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of veering off to the left, and then now he asked something, and then I'm asking something. Now that the person that we're interviewing, he's like, "Damn, this is like now we're doing a U-turn." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
goal,
yeah.
our goal was, me and Zach been friends for shit 40 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We at the point to where we can answer each other's question before we even ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
We was there when we first started the show, so we knew how to play off each other really, really well. Because our goal was we would sit there to argue on the show. People listen to the show is like, damn, these dudes is crazy. But
Mm-hmm.
that's our natural relationship. I'll cuss him out in a heartbeat. If you're doing something wrong, I'm your friend. I'm gonna tell you. You're doing
Yeah,
something wrong, whether you like it or not. You, if you're wrong, you're wrong. But that's all we did. We just played off each other and left it at that. That's what made our show really, really good. We
Hold
knew
on,
how to
hold
play
on,
off each other, and we were really, really, we've been friends for so long.
hold on,
Yeah, we
hold
used to
on,
live
hold on.
together.
Father Time, one more thing before you leave. So you know the dude Joe Budden peed off Denise Williams, right?
Joe Budden peed on Denise Williams.
He peed her off. I don't want to say
Oh,
pissed her.
oh, 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 okay, okay, okay. I
Pissed
thought you was
off Denise
talking about some
Williams.
R. Kelly stuff.
No. He pissed off Denise Williams, our queen. And, he said some stuff about Gary on this podcast. He
Yeah, I heard
basically
that. I
We
heard that.
basically now Elder me and Elder Eli L, we at the forefront of this. He don't know that we into it with Joe Budden. I tried to inform him once or twice, but I don't know if he really thought I was serious. Me personally, Father Time, when I see him, he got a whole problem. And that's only because you peed off Denise Week. Now, of course, he's a podcast giant, but as we all know, giants, they do fall. So, what do you think about that?
I agree 100%. This is my thing. When it comes to Gary, now as far as people outside of Gary, you can't say nothing about Gary.
Not at
Now
all.
us, we grew up in Gary. We lived there. We spent most of our lives in Gary. You know what I'm saying? So I can talk about Gary all day, but if you ain't from Gary, I'm not letting it ride. I'm going down the street with that. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna talk about a city you ain't never even been to?
Right.
I spent 25 years in that city. I have the right I can say whatever I want to say about Gary.
Absolutely.
But if you ain't from Gary, keep your mouth shut. Something might happen to you. It's still Gary.
It's gonna always be Gary.
But I
So
hate that, man. Like even up here in Minnesota, everybody got something negative to say about Gary, but ain't never even visited. I ain't never even stepped a foot in the city. But you got all this negative stuff to say about Gary. You ain't even been there before. Come on, man. I don't talk about Minneapolis. I don't talk about St. Paul. Keep my city out your mouth. I can talk bad about it all day long because I'm from there.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna let you talk about Gary. I don't get down like that, man. I love my city.
And that's a good segue to say what Miss Keith Washington said. He said, I think the world will be more willing to listen once they witness us constantly and consistently respecting each other. And that's what it's all about. Each one teach one and respect our own. And like you just said, like y'all just said, if you ain't from the soil, you can't talk about the soil.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's family, regardless of how much we might got into with this hood or that person or whatever, didn't like this or didn't like that. That's family business. That's for us to talk about. Everybody else, watch your mouth.
Watch your
There you
mouth.
go.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's
Love
all.
you, Denise Williams, and we trying to add another thing for our time. You gotta come back, man, because you know we've been talking. Zach ain't had time for it, but you know we trying to get Denise Williams on. We would love for you to be involved in that because you all are the pioneers of this. You know what I'm
She
saying?
from
So
Gary. I'm down with anybody from Gary. Like I said, we tried to get the mayor on there. I don't know who got in his ear.
We're gonna have Denise Williams. She's already committed verbally twice.
Yeah,
Is there?
yes, she did.
And
That's
so
what's up.
Came for Gary Day.
yes.
It's just
Y'all
a matter of time.
Y'all do this every week?
Every week,
Monday.
every Monday.
Every Monday, 8 o'clock. Every 8 o'clock Gary. 8 o'clock Indianapolis time. 7 o'clock Gary.
I bet. I'm gonna lock y'all in on the calendar, man. Now,
Most
chill.
definitely
Let me ask you one. How much time we got? What time
No,
y'all
go ahead.
sign off?
Just go ahead.
All right. Let me ask you a question, man. I know you. I know you're in the church. I've watched a couple of your sermons.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Just so you know. But my question is, man, coming from Idaho, growing up in the projects, doing all the stuff that you used to do before the Corps, before you joined the Corps and all that good stuff. How did you end up in the church, growing up the way you grew up?
Well, man, that's a good question, but I was raised in the church. You know what I'm saying? And went to church every Sunday. And when we start having church in the projects, with Brother Mike and Brother Tom, I don't know if you remember Lewis Hunter, but Lewis Hunter then was the first one to bring Brother Mike, Brother Tom to my crib. And I wanted to go to church in the projects with my friends. So, that, and it got to the point that you really couldn't hang with us if you went to West Side. I mean, really, really hang with us if you couldn't come to church with us. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the prerequisites. You had to come to church with us. Regardless of what we was doing, you had to come to church. So when I finally, got back home and everything, whatever, going through, I grew up in the church. So it was just a natural progression. And everything I went through was going to be, all that was going to be basically a testimony for me to do what I had to do in the church. And it was going to be a test for my testimony, you know what I'm saying? And when I finally came home and was going through all the different things I was going through, I ended up going to the Million Man March. And even before the Million Man March, when the Million Man March was the clincher, and I came home, I was like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to do something a more excellent way. But the minute that you think you're going to walk away, that's when Satan starts saying, nah, you got to pay your dues. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go through that process of getting shot and everything and going to prison and everything. But when I was going through it, I always knew there was another plateau for me. Because even before I was born, he had already showed me that I was going to lose somebody close to me, which was my mom. She went to prison when I was at Chase School. Then I was going to I thought it was going to be CNC disciples, but it was the gangster disciples. I was going to go to the Army and fight a war. Went to the Marine Corps and fought a war. I was going to face a life and death situation, which I did. I was going to go to prison, which I did, and I was going to be rich. It was six episodes of my life that was gonna happen. And during that sixth episode, I always thought that when he said I was gonna be rich. I've been, as they say, nigger rich, but it wasn't about being rich in there, it's about being rich in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? About being rich in the Most
Right.
High. So when all that started, every time another episode would come up, I knew it was getting close to that turning point in my life. You know what I'm saying? And when that's when me and Sobo we was all kind of staying together and stuff. When I was like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, because no, I take it back. When I was in the hospital, I went through a tunnel of light and everything. And while I was still in the hospital, I was still, mad going through it. And then one day I couldn't wake up, and God was like, I started hearing it and started feeling all the pain from the gunshot wounds, because I up until that point wasn't feeling nothing. And then God was like, couldn't open my eyes. And he was like, everything you see from this point is because of me. What you gonna do? And I opened my eyes, and soon I opened my eyes, my mom walked through the door. So I just started crying. And she was like, what's wrong, baby? No, she thinking something wrong with me. And I was like, ain't nothing wrong. I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying? I told her then, I said, I'm gonna be a preacher. And I told her that then when I was laying in my hospital bed. And then, the angels used to come to my bed every night, and it was a black angel and a white angel. And death used to be sitting in the corner. And God told me when I was going through a tunnel of light that if I wanted to live, I had to let him go. And for a long time, I thought he was talking about the young man who shot me. But as I got more spiritually mature, he was talking about I had to let that spirit that was inside of me, that spirit of hate and get back, I had to let that spirit go. All right, so hold on. And then so once I let that spirit go and everything, like I said, I was crying. My mom came to the door, and the black angel used to rub my foot because I had blood clots in my leg, and they couldn't find them, and it was afraid it was gonna bust my heart. And the black angel used to rub my foot every night and minister to me, and the white angel used to just stand guard in front of death every night. And then so when I finally got out the hospital and everything started going better, and everybody can understand why I ain't do nothing to the young man who shot me. But by this time, that's like I said, I moved to Indianapolis and I, started kicking with Sobo. We all was living together for a minute. And that's when I, just systematically started changing my lifestyle and different things I was going through. And then finally I got to the church I was going to, so I was going to a white church at first. I purged and everything. Many of you don't know what purging is. That's when you sit there and them spirits that's inside of you start coming out you. I had slob and spit all on my face. It was all on my shirt. It was so much slob and spit that it was up to my ankles, literally in front of me. And I just felt different. I mean, my brain felt different. My mind and everything felt different. But then it really didn't come full force until I got to the church I'm at now. And then that's when my Uncle Elvin decided, he started coming to the church, whatever. And then we both got ordained together and everything, you know what I'm saying? And that was the process. It didn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? That literally was from 1997 up until 2019, 19. So it was a time period, you put a lot of work in. It take a lot of work to get that stuff out you feel me? Even though I knew that was my destination, but you run from it, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically how I ended up, and I still be having crazy thoughts all the time, every
Mm.
day. I ain't gonna lie to you. But like Paul said, you wrestle with the flesh daily. And the flesh you wrestle with is your own mind, your own consciousness first, and the spirit, you know what I'm saying? So that's 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 how that was. You feel me? And
Well, let me ask you this. Have you lost friends?
um honestly, I ain't gonna say I lost friends, but it seemed like, for a minute nobody know they was like trying to see was it real or not. But because most people who know me know that once I'm saying I'm doing something, that's just what it is. What I'm saying? My word is bond, whether I was in the streets or whether I was here. That was just my word is bond, you know what I'm saying? So I had a few people, I had a couple of guys. One of my partners straight told me he had came home from Kansas, God rested dead, and he was in Gary. So I drove down to Gary to see him. And he was like, "Hey, chill, man, let's smoke something." I said, "Man, I don't smoke no more." He's like, "Well, let's drink something." I said, "I don't drink no more." And he was like, "Well, no, let's write a song then, man. We know we go in the studio, Block and Skippy." I said, "Man, God told me I couldn't talk like that no more. I don't even rap no more." And he was like, "So what we gonna do? What we gonna talk about then?" I'm like, "If we friends, we still got plenty of things to talk about. It ain't that
Right.
those
Hey,
things don't determine our
hey,
friendship. You know what I'm
hey,
talking
Elder,
about?"
Elder.
And yes, sir.
My fault. I ain't mean to. I was trying to cut in earlier when you was about when you were saying that you grew up in church, and I just wanted to add on to that that most children who grew up in Gary went to church at some
Yeah.
point in time in
You
their
didn't have
youth.
a choice. You
Yeah,
had to go.
and so you know when we were younger, church was actually part of your curriculum. You know what I mean? You could have probably been on a baseball team, but you still had to go to church. You probably played basketball, but you still had to go to church.
Every
So,
Sunday.
um, I just feel like you were saying, adding on to what you were saying, Elder, a natural progression. Oh, and this is what I want to tell you, Father Time. Stacy Brookshire once told me, Stobo, 11th Avenue, Hobo's acronym standing for having overcome barriers and obstacles, that I needed to be a preacher in our youth, way in our youth.
Mm.
And I have no idea why he told me that. or like 5 minutes prior to that, I invited him outside to fisticuff, like because we was in our youth.
Wow.
That's how it be. Yeah, Key, I am in the middle of writing a book. The first books I was writing was called Wake Up, Woke and Awakening, The Weaponization of Wokeness. But in the process of writing them books, I ended up writing a prelude first. And the prelude is called The Judean Chronicles. And it's a breakdown of, you know, who we are as a people, so to speak. And it's a commentary just on us being here. So it's a prelude to Wake Up, Woke and Awakening. And the Wake Up, Woke and Awakening, the weaponization of wokeness, is a sermon that I had did before President Trump even became president. And my wife was like, you need to write a book on that. So that was one of the things I'm working on. And I got another book I'm writing it's a series. It's a series. It was 5 books. So it's gonna be just one book, but I had 21 chapters for the Wake Up, Woke and Awakening. So I'm just gonna break it down to 3 books, 7 chapters apiece, depending on how much I write, depending on how big the chapters be. But the last part of that is called Revelation to Wokeness. I seen some of the pictures, so you can check it out, Key. But but the first book I wrote a story about my grandmother being in the civil rights movement when I was at Ivy Tech, and it's called Sitting by My Grandmother's Knee. That was the first short story I wrote, and I ended up reading that at a program at Ivy Tech that we had a while ago, some years ago. And then for one of our family reunions, they had just built the Dr. Martin Luther King Monument in Washington, D.C. I read that in D.C. that same year that they did that. And my grandma, she was blind, but she marched in Selma, and she went to and she did the march in Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? But the book I had been writing forever, but it had a lot of stuff that I couldn't write and talk about, and that was called the Prince of Poverty's Paradise, and that's the book that Sobo's been trying to get me to finish forever. But I just felt like these other books was more important to me, as far as the foundation of who I am. You know what I'm saying? But the Prince, I wrote like the first 3 chapters of the Prince of Poverty's Paradise long time ago, and then I got like about 30 notebooks that I wrote when I was incarcerated, and some other different things I got that I just been sitting on. But now it's just time. It's just time. You know what I'm saying? Just time to put it out there. But I thank you. I appreciate that though, Key. But it's gonna be on point though. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I got a few people who wrote I asked a few people what did woke mean to you, and they wrote their synopsis of what woke meant to them, and that's gonna be a whole first part of the chapter, you know what I'm saying, or the first book of the woke series. And a few people I asked, they haven't returned the information yet. Like Sobo, he was supposed to write something, but he ain't gave it back to me yet. You know what I'm talking about? So, but it's good though. I done bought so many books to
I mean, no,
write as
hold on.
footnotes.
No. Let's deal with this for a minute. We got a pioneer podcaster on here who had a partner. Okay.
Uh-huh.
With his father time, he just blew me up on the air. You know what I mean? Like, is this what you had to deal with? You know what I mean?
But you know what you did? You know what you did right about that?
What's that?
As soon as he said it, you came right in. Exactly when you were supposed to come in. That's y'all playing off each other right now. That's what
No,
y'all supposed to do.
but the thing is, first of all,
I said that for him to say something to
no,
get him more,
because
to get
first
him
And
of
on
that's
all,
what
point
he
to
was.
do what he gotta do.
That's what he's supposed to do. Y'all play off each other.
Prince of Poverty's Paradise is room for me in that book. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Father Time. I read the first part of it. I'm like, oh, I could be in this. A, because I live down the street from Poverty Paradise. And I'm another prince from the paradise down the street. So, hey. Second of all, the wokeness, I still ain't figured that out yet. You know what I mean? Donald Trump is coming down hard on woke, and I don't know if I want to be affiliated with it. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, y'all.
Donald Trump is an idiot, man. I don't know why people is letting themselves get all worked up. The dude, he can't run anymore. He told everybody in the very beginning what he was going to do if he got back in, and 70 million people still voted for him. Now he get in, he doing everything he said he was going to do, and now half of MAGA is mad. What you mad about? He told you what he was going to do.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro, everything that's happening
Allegedly.
right now, I wrote about this. I did a sermon on this before he was even be president. I'm telling you. And when I put this book together, it's gonna be one of the books that's like they're gonna try to ban this. I'm telling you.
Well, knowing him, he probably will. I thought you was doing a book about your life.
I got that too. But I'm doing this book. I'm doing this book first.
Okay.
Hey, Elder, I
Yeah,
gotta,
yes. Send it to me, Key. I'm gonna most definitely check it out.
I
And
gotta.
if you want to, I appreciate too if you wrote something like what woke mean to you. You feel me?
Hey,
And I give my email address and everything so you can send it to me. Go ahead, Sobo.
I was trying to tell y'all I gotta go.
Yeah, me too. Let's do the calls, man, so we can get up out of here.
Okay.
Shout
Shout,
outs.
shout out, podcast partners Tank G219 Radio featuring A-Wall, Gary, Indiana's #1 leading podcast. Our podcast brethren, Convo with Cino featuring 20 and 22. You know what I'm saying? 22, my man. Walk 11 blocks off 11th Avenue. You don't went the wrong way. You turn around and go the other way. Um, shout out my boy Big Zach from way back. And hey, thank you, Father Time, for joining us. You know what I'm saying? The pioneers of the game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy, Mal Cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Got his back from way back. 219 Connected. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my podcast partner, the best podcast partner in podcasting, Elder Eli L, the coolest popsicle in the freezer. You understand what I'm talking about? What up? Storming over love when you here, and the rest of the podcast panel. Go ahead, Elder.
Yes, sir. I want to send a shout out to most definitely Sin City Radio with my man Father Time. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, my brother. We truly appreciate it, man. You know, you're welcome anytime to come back and check us out. You know, a number love and to my man Zach. You know what I'm saying? The original Midwest GI podcasters. And I appreciate y'all for laying the foundation, man. Y'all crawled so me and Sobo could walk. You feel me? And I appreciate y'all, man, you know, because y'all put it down for a long time. I want to send a shout also to Leo's Loving Care and my sister Wanda for doing her thing with the home health agency, and send a shout out to my sister Venetia for Unified Vision Medical Staff and Educational Services, the #1 CNA program in the state of Indiana, and that's not fluff, that's the numbers. Come check us out. Want to send a shout also to me and my wife's business, Vision One Dispatch and Logistics and Vision One Dispatch and Logistics. You know, if you got something that need to be moved, let us know, and we're gonna send it down that road. We got you. And also to my homegirl, Key Washington. Key, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate you. You know, it's been a while since we saw you, but I'm still watching everything you're doing, and we got number love for you, baby girl. Thank you. Dr. Larry White, thank you, my brother, for tapping in with us again. Appreciate you, man. And everybody else who's been on the podcast. Thank y'all for checking us out. Miss Elise, how you pronounce her name, Sobo?
Ellie.
Mm-hmm. Miss Elise, thank you for joining us and watching us. We appreciate you. And then my homegirl Angela from Peoria, Illinois, home of Richard Pryor. We appreciate you for tapping in tonight and giving us your wisdom on everything you gave us your wisdom on. We appreciate you. Who on you from the mighty West Side class of 1972. Berlin, take care of your business. We got you, baby girl. And once again, like I said, my kindergarten partner, Storm and Norman, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tapping in. It's always a pleasure. And to the coolest podcast host, co-host on the planet Earth, and you see me up there soaring above the heavens, my man Sobo, the 11th Avenue Hobo, and Hobo is an acronym for having overcome boundaries and obstacles. Man, we have been through thick and thin, and we done kicked it here and there. And I just appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, man, for believing in the things I wanted to put down. And thank you for keeping me straight because I wanted to be ratchet too, just like Sin City was ratchet sometimes. And I appreciate you, brother, for saying, no, we got to keep it
I'm
straight.
coming on, and see, don't get it twisted. I'm coming on Sin City so I can be ratchet. I don't go.
Yeah.
I ain't coming. Hey,
You
Father,
invited.
I'm coming to be on like
You
I'm here.
invited all day long.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm gonna be. Hey, Father Time, wait till you watch the interview with me on Tank G. You're gonna be like, oh, he don't be like this on his show. I'm over there on Tank G, being like Tank G in there. I'm gonna come on y'all show.
All right, man. I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah.
Hey, Chill. I reached out to you on Facebook, man. Where my Ivanhoe family reunion shirt at, man?
I still got them, man. You know, hey, I still got some in here too.
Hey, yeah, I definitely get him one.
I sure reached out to you on Facebook. I don't know if you ever get. Yeah, you got it because you responded to me.
And what I tell you, I asked you, was you gonna be there?
No, you said you was just getting ready to start ordering them, and I said I need a 2X.
Okay, I think I might got some 2X's left. I'm gonna look and see, but if not, I'm gonna just go to the spot and order some.
All right, bet. I'm gonna send you my info on Facebook. I'm gonna message you.
Okay.
And we can talk
send
about
my number too, man.
money.
That way, I'm gonna send you my number because sometimes I'll be checking my Facebook, and like I said, since all the stuff happened with the shutdown, I had to go to drive and lift, so I ain't really been, you know, I post stuff, but I ain't been in my messages and all that kind of stuff because I've been trying to get to the bag. You feel me?
All right, well, I'm gonna send you my number on Facebook. You send me yours. That way we can keep it going.
Okay, cool. We'll have to pray it out, man, as we get up out of here, fam. Merciful Father, we come before you as humble, broken servants. Thank you for your grace and thank you for your mercy. Merciful Father, a lot of our loved ones that make it tonight, merciful Father, make it through the day. And I just want to pray for the Hunter family, merciful Father, and I pray that they find the solace in their heart to just have an understanding that sometimes this be God's call for our loved ones to pass on and go into his glory. And merciful Father, I want to just thank you for all our podcast members, merciful Father, that came to check us out today. Thank you for the new people that came and watched us today, merciful Father. Thank you for all the people. I just pray that you put a hedge of protection around their family members, merciful Father, and watch out for us during this turbulent time. And even though man may run the world, merciful Father, but you run man and you run this world. This is your world. We just thank you for it. Continue to bless all our family and friends. And I just pray that the next shutdown, everybody had it covered before, merciful Father, and we prepare ourselves for the next one that's going to come. And merciful Father, I want to just pray for King for my man Kang Chosen and all his family members and friends. Merciful Father was going through it right now. Merciful Father, he asked me to pray for them, and I'm constantly praying for them as well. Merciful Father, continue to bless all of us. In Yahshua's name I pray, amen.
Amen.
All right, good people. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Norman, I appreciate you, my brother.
Yes,
Father
sir.
Tam, I appreciate you. Sobo, 11th Avenue, Hobo, you already know what it is. All the lovely people. Chief Washington, thank you for joining us. Dr. Larry White, my man. 22, Angela, and Miss Elise, we appreciate y'all. Number love. And Cat Daddy, you take care of yourself, man. And I'm Elder Eli L, and we out.
Peace.
Peace.